Hey guys, welcome back to Primal's Podrat, the free audio podcast that you can listen to. You don't have to pirate it. That is actually the topic I chose to discuss tonight. Yar, this is going out to the pirates, matey. But not the cool pirates, not the ones that are in the ships getting the sunken treasure with the parrots on their shoulders. I'm talking about the people who pirate and steal content from creators. Creators like me. And if anybody didn't know yet, but I think everybody kind of does, I am an independent artist and content creator, meaning I do everything myself. And I have done everything myself. Even when I had friends that were participating in videos with me, I was still doing all the technical work. They were basically just coming over and being in the videos with me, and I would share the earnings we'd make together for their participation. T-Rex did come up with a few video ideas, but Lord Rubik's would be like, oh, I don't know, whatever you want to film. So I was doing all the work, and now that they've moved on, I continue to do everything, and I'm very happy to do that. I get all these emails from like these startup companies or these like other kinds of artists where they'll say, hey man, if you want to pay me, I'll design custom thumbnails for your videos. Or, hey, if you want to pay me, I'll help get your channel more views. I'll help you earn more ad money by giving you like SEO tips and stuff like that. And I don't go for any of that because I take pride in knowing that I have been doing this all by myself since the beginning. Like, I don't have any corporate marketing team or any like major financial backing companies or anything like that. I am 100% independent and 100% fan funded. And it makes the experience so much more better and authentic to me. So all the money that I make, that I pay my bills with, it comes from my fans. I make a little tiny bit off of YouTube ad money. They're paying me about $55 a month right now, but I haven't been posting on there as much. But even when I was posting a lot more, they were still only giving me like $85 a month, which is definitely not enough money to live off of. And of course, that comes from fans watching my videos too. So I still count that as fan funding, even though that's Google paying me that little bit of money each month. But people supporting me on Patreon, commissioning me for custom videos, purchasing access to the behind the scenes extras, like those behind the scenes videos I have, or buying clothing from me. That is how I get by as an independent artist. And it kind of surprises me when I see or I get alerted to, people like pirating or trying to pirate like paid content from me, because I get that there's appeal and that people want to watch it, and not everybody has the most money, but I don't have the most money. There's a big difference, and stealing is stealing. It's wrong no matter what. But recently, just to give you an example, Eminem, he suffered another major breach of his music. Somebody stole music from him that was never supposed to see the light of day and sold it, and it got leaked online, and he actually called the FBI, his team did, to track the source of it, and it was somebody from his inner circle, but still, it was all over the internet, and the guy got in big trouble for it. And I was reading opinions about it, and people were saying things like, oh, well, I don't even feel bad because he's achieved everything he possibly could as a person and a rapper. He's got a daughter and a granddaughter now, and he's got more money than he knows what to do with. I don't even feel bad. And that's just a really bad opinion, man. Because Eminem has come out and said that it hurts him that people steal from him and just do that to him. Like, you're a fan, but you do this to me. Like, that's his art. That's all he's got. And people are doing that to him. And that's kind of the way I look at it too, is like those behind the scenes videos, or like videos that people have paid me to film for them. Like, that's my art. That's all I have. Like, that's what I have that I created and I've been doing for all this time. And I mean, I'm not going to lie and say that I've never listened to anything unauthorized or watched it myself, because I know piracy is a thing and it's always going to be a thing. And you can't really do nothing to completely stop it. It's always going to happen. And I have, as an Eminem fan, I have listened to some of his leaked songs. Now, granted, I'm not the person who stole them from him or paid for them. But, there still is a little guilt listening to something that he never intended for anybody to hear, knowing that it was stolen and sold and then plastered online when it was his property. There is a little bit of guilt when I do that. But with me, what would be the excuse with me? I don't have all the money in the world like Eminem. I don't have six figures, and I don't know if I ever will. I make a very moderate income doing what I do. It's definitely enough to get by, but I'm happy to do it because I love my fans, and this is me making a positive impact on the world. And it's doing this, even though I would make more money working full time as like a server at a restaurant, which is what I was doing before I got into the videos. It's not only about the money. Like, obviously I have bills that need to be paid, and I have to be fair to all my patrons. So I can't just give out free content that should be paid for. And yeah, like I said, I have bills I have to pay. So I have to make an earning with it sometime or somehow, and time is money too. Like, I can't just keep putting all this stuff out and then working a full-time job as well, because I wouldn't have the time to do this. And that's why I committed to this full-time, because I wanted to continue making the best impact I can. And I see stuff like that. Like, I've been alerted by fans over the years, and they're just like, hey man, I saw one of your videos on this adult site. And I'm just like, what? Why? And I mean, there's been some instances where people just like download my videos from YouTube and upload them on other sites, and they don't even credit who's in the video. And they're usually putting them on sites that they don't belong on either, which is a little disturbing. And I've even seen it with some of my paid content too, which is kind of shocking to me. Like, there's actually been a few instances where I found out that somebody who commissioned me for a custom video, and they were really, really kind to me too. They were easy to work with. They said a lot of kind words like, hey, I'd even like to meet you sometime. And then come to find out, they took that video and posted it on an adult site. And down the road, one of my, I get like a fan that's like, hey man, I just saw one of your videos. Here's the link. And then I got to email that person who commissioned it, like, dude, what are you doing? Like, why would you do that? Like, come on. I mean, it kind of goes without saying, like, don't do that. Paid content is paid content, man. It's all an artist has. And I'm not, there's a big difference too, because like I said, stealing is stealing, but I don't have the money that a multi-million-dollar movie company has, or like a music record label has. Like, I'm just an individual. It's just me. Stealing from me is like, imagine a street musician, like a busker, as they call them. They're out there with their guitar singing on the street. They're good looking. They're smiling at people. They got their guitar case open on the ground, and people are putting money in it. You're like, hey, I like your music, and hey, you're good looking too. Here's some money for you. And imagine some guy just comes along and steals money out of the guy's guitar case. It's like, how terrible would that be for somebody to do that? It's like, really? You're going to steal from the independent artist playing music on the street corner, just trying to spread art to the world and enrich people's lives and make a little bit to get by? You're going to steal from him? I mean, like, that's kind of how I see it when I see posts online of people asking for free access to paid content from me. It's like, if you want to see it, just pay the artist, Like, I'm flattered to be sought after, to be somebody that people are like, wow, I really like to watch what he's got. But I've also, read opinions from people online that say things like, I would never ever pay anybody online for anything because there's too much free content to watch. And it's like, well, that's fine if you have that opinion, but just don't ask them for anything exclusive then if you're not going to support them, because that's for their patrons only. And if somebody does only want to watch free content because there's so much of it, they should just do that instead of go around trying to pirate other people's content. Like, you're right, there is a lot of free content out there, and if you don't want to ever pay to support somebody, then by all means you should just watch that. I mean, look at me, I've got many videos on my YouTube channel that are free to watch, and I got photos that are like on my website and stuff. But then I do have to make a living, like I said. So I have a Patreon, I have behind the scenes content, and people can pay me for custom videos, because if I wasn't making money, I wouldn't be able to do this. I would just have to go back to working a job full time, and waiting tables at a restaurant. It's not going to make the same impact on the world that doing this for my fans will. I mean, some people probably think it's like, oh, it's just, that's the easy life. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm making less money doing this than I was working at the restaurant, but the money is not the main thing here. It's like, this is making a genuine connection with people on a more personal and real level, like-minded people, not just random people coming in to eat at a local restaurant. This is people around the world who relate and are inspired or just enjoy who I am and what I do and what I offer. So just like with Eminem, like my art, it's all I got. Those videos, those are memories I have of friends that moved on in life. And you have to understand too, people really have to think before they act sometimes. Like taking a video of me and some of my friends and posting it on like an adult website it doesn't belong on, especially if there's nothing pornographic about the video. T-Rex is married now. Imagine that. And he wanted to start a family. He might even have a kid. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in years. But imagine that. You're putting somebody's face on a site like that it doesn't belong on. And this is a married person who might have a kid, because he does want to have one. That was his plan. He moved on in life to do that. And none of the people who filmed with me, nobody has ever had any regrets about being in those videos. Everybody had fun, everybody enjoyed it, everybody enjoyed making a little money in the process. Nobody has ever contacted me and said, hey man, I'll take that stuff down. Can you take those videos or photos down? Nobody has ever said that, because it's fine, man. It's on YouTube. We're friends having fun. But people will take those videos and they'll try to like reinvent them and post them on sites they don't belong on. And it's almost like, I don't know if they don't realize how disrespectful it is to do that, but it is. So I always ask people to not share my content. I mean, embedding the video is one thing. If you like embed a YouTube video on a website or blog, it's going to at least tell them who it is, because it will link back to my channel. And that way, if they do enjoy the video you're sharing, they know who's in it, so they can find my channel to see more. So that's not a big deal. But people just like downloading them and just like not crediting the artist, that's just kind of like, it's not a very cool thing to do. Or, and some people, they treat videos like trading cards, Hey man, I got paid content from this person. Do you have any paid content by this person we can trade? And like I said, you can't really do anything about it, but and there's instances too where it's not even a big deal. I've had people who commission me for videos, and they'll say, hey, me and my boyfriend watch the videos I commission you for together and we love them. And like, that's cool to hear. Obviously I'm not going to be mad about that. I'm not going to say, wait a minute, your boyfriend didn't pay for the video, you did. He needs to pay me. Like, I'm obviously not going to be like that. In fact, I think it's cute to hear that, like, oh, cool, there's couples out there enjoying my videos together. They're being happy watching them together, and that's really cool. There's a big difference between that. Or even like, you pay for a video and your friend comes over and you let your friend watch it. Like, I'm not even gonna freak out about that. It's the same thing if you buy a CD from a musician you're a fan of, and then you let your friend borrow the CD, or your friend comes over and you listen to it together. The artist isn't going to be mad. Like, hey, wait a minute. Your friend didn't buy my CD like you did. He shouldn't be able to listen. It's not like that. But like posting the artist music somewhere else as if it's yours, that's illegal for one thing, and it's not cool for another thing. So there is a difference, man. But I think everybody gets the point of what I'm saying. I mean, piracy, it hurts everybody, but when it's an independent artist like me, just an individual trying to make an impact on the world, trying to speak up for a community of people and relate to them and just enrich their lives, I mean, it especially hurts. It's a really hurtful thing to do. And that's not why the friends moved on, of course. They moved on because their lives changed. They got married or they had to move out of state for a job or something. It was nothing like that. But they would certainly not be happy knowing like something like that was going on. Like, hey, somebody just posted a video with your face on it to this hole in the wall adult site that's also got all these like illegal bathroom spy cam videos and like underage CP stuff on it. Like, that would deeply disturb them, as it should. So just a little respect goes a long way. Like I said, piracy is going to happen. I don't pull my hair out about it, and I do try to ask people not to share. And if you are a fan and you want to see exclusive content, I understand if you don't have a lot of money, but I mean, I don't either. Like, if you are a fan of an artist, just support them, man. Especially if you get something awesome back for your support, because you want to see that artist continue to be able to be an artist. You want to see them to be able to make a living so they can continue doing what they're doing for people around the world. And that's my goal. This has never been a get rich scheme for me, because it's not making me rich. Like I said, it's enough to get by. It's enough to pay my bills, but I'm not putting Benjamins in the bank. But there's something that's worth more than money, and that is the connections I make with people and the impact that I make on people's lives. And the fact that people have somebody, me, that they could look forward to and that they can spend money on. Because I know that I've learned there's a lot of people out there, there's a lot of guys especially, that they like to have a guy that they can spend money on. And that makes them happy, and obviously it makes the guy happy too. So it's not the end of the world, but I have seen instances, and I have been alerted by fans like, hey, somebody just made a post on this forum, this adult forum, asking if anybody has any nudes of you. I'm just like, oh boy. I'm not really flattered to hear that, but okay. If anybody wants a custom video, they can email me for it, and I will be very happy to provide. And that's the right way to do it, So that's I guess that's all I have to say about that. I'm not a major motion picture company. I'm not financially backed by any big fancy marketing teams or anything. And I don't even do those annoying paid product endorsements in the middle of my videos. Like, I'm sure you guys don't like to see those on other channels. I get so many emails from these like Chinese Amazon startup companies, and they're always like, hey, we'll send you this free item that we are selling on Amazon. You tell your fans how great it is and that you love it, and you give them a discount code. And if they use your code, you'll get a small percentage for each, like a commission sale for each one. And I just don't even respond to those kinds of emails, because it's like, that's not what I do, man. Like, I'm fan funded. I connect with my fans. I'm not going to try to, get you guys to buy some crappy product or whatever it is just to get money. Like, I'm going to offer myself to you guys to give you something you will actually enjoy and that is actually worth paying for, especially with all the the competition out there, the other people doing custom videos and paid content. With me, you get the quality that you pay for, and everybody that I've asked for feedback afterward has said that. There's never been a disappointed person from a custom video or behind the scenes extras. So if you want to see something, don't be shy. And don't be a pirate now, matey. Yarr! If you want to be a pirate, be the cool one. Get yourself an eye patch. Get yourself a parrot, a cockatiel or something on your shoulder. And get yourself a boat, man. Don't steal from independent artists. Sail the seas of support. How about that? Let's sail the seas of support. But I do want to take a moment too, because like I said, I want to keep it positive. I want to thank everybody who has supported me, and especially those who continue to support me. That is my goal, lifelong connections with my fans. And as long as I can provide something that is making a positive impact on your life and earning your support, I am all for it. So thank you so much for making this possible with your support. If you're somebody who's been thinking about it for a while, like, man, I really need to commission him for a video, but I haven't gotten around to it, don't keep waiting. Don't be shy. There's no such thing as a bad or dumb video idea either. Send me an email, thenodiohero@gmail.com. Let me make your day. Let me enrich your life. Let us start that connection if we don't already have it yet, because it is a very special, unique one, and it means a lot to me. And again, I understand people that want to pirate content. It's just because you have something they really like, and maybe they don't have money, or maybe they're just somebody who just flat out refuses to financially support artists, which is, kind of a crappy thing, but it is what it is. But just support your local artists, man. Keep them going. If they make you happy, make them happy in return, because you might be listening to them or watching them from a screen and not in front of you, but they're people just like you. They have feelings like you. They have needs. They have bills. They have all of that. We're all living the same life together. We're all alive on the same timeline. So let's take care of each other. Let's love one another. And let's continue this journey that we're on together. So thank you for listening. Thank you for the love, support, and respect. And I will see you guys in the next video. Happy Easter as well. Happy Easter /420. See ya.